everyone. I'm here at the Informa booth at the restaurant show, and it's 2025 here. We've had such a great show so far, and with me today I have Denise Earley. Denise, it's so wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining me. I'd love if you could tell our audience a little bit about your role with Coca-Cola and, what you've enjoyed so far at the show here.
Sure. Well, I'm Denise Earley. I am a director of insights for food service specifically. I've been at Coca-Cola for a couple of years, and I really enjoy digging into consumer insights and understanding guests and their experiences in food service. The show is great. The show has been great each year that I've been here, and just the ability to see like all of the new innovation, the things that people are focused on is a really good opportunity for me to learn as well while I'm here.
Yeah. And I bet just through walking the floor and talking with other people, you've been able to really get some insight into what some of the big trends are in the industry. And so I'd love if you could share a little bit about what you're seeing. What are some of those macro trends that you're seeing across the industry so far?
So we actually do a lot of work on macro forces, and typically we categorize them into 4 buckets. We have culture, technology, the economy, and the environment. And you can see a lot of that executed throughout the show. But specifically for us, we focus on those and we do a lot of research around those topics. So, a couple of the things that are going on right now, we know that from a population standpoint, we have aging, and we also have a huge diversification of our population. And so when you think about that and the impacts that it's going to have on a restaurant, there's some things that they should really care about. If you think about Gen Alphas, they are the most diverse generation of our time. And they are very interested in experiencing different flavors from around the world. As well, health tends to be something that everybody cares about. And health has been around for a few years now, but people are really concerned now, and they're becoming more vocal about their health and really seeking out those things that are a part of their health journey. So what we like to think about is, if you're in the industry, how are you setting yourself up to be inclusive for the different populations of guests that you have? Within technology, there's a lot that is going on right now. And just one of the things that you can see around is a lot of automation and the way people are using AI in the market. And that is something that guests value. There was a little bit of time where people were a little scared, or they were a little adverse to using technology in a restaurant, but people are becoming more and more used to it. And we're seeing that people are now accepting technology that exists in stores. And at the end of the day, if it benefits them, like the time saving aspect of automation, they're just more, they are happy to work with that, because sometimes, like, especially at QSR, they want in and out. It is one of those things that they care about. And then one of the other ones that I'll talk about is the economy, because it's so big for everybody. And we care about it, and we want our customers to be prepared for that. And the fact is that people want to come out and they want to enjoy a restaurant, but the fact is their money doesn't go as far as it used to. And so they're having to make tough choices. But at the same time, they're still spending. So it really comes down to the value that you actually bring to your guests while they're in the restaurant. So restaurants really need to care about all of these things as a complete value bundle and what they're delivering to their guests.
Yeah, I'd love to really dig into some of those aspects that you just mentioned about value and price sensitivity, given some of the, economics at play, and how have menu prices changed recently, and how has that affected, when folks are going out to go eat at restaurants?
Yeah, so again, we know that there's a lot of inflationary pressure that is hitting the market. And I want to caution, because people are still spending. Their dollars aren't going as far as they used to go. So they're having to make some hard choices. And those choices could come down to selection. It could be that I just don't go as often as I used to a restaurant. And so, again, because they're still spending, it's about how a restaurant positions itself to be different in the market and really hone into what is value. And sometimes people think about value mostly in terms of price, but price is only part of it. Over 50% of the value that people derive is outside of price. We look at things like the menu is actually the biggest driver of value. Do you have quality products? Are those products being delivered consistently? Does it taste good? Are you offering things that are unique in the marketplace? That is like one of the biggest drivers. Also, convenience is a driver. Technology is a driver. The absolute experience that you have in a store or through the drive-through, those are all value drivers that are very important. So restaurants really have to really think about what is it that is true for them in terms of their identity, and how do they look at the whole value bundle that they're providing and do that in a good way for their guests.
Yeah, what a wonderful message to be really thinking about that complete experience for consumers and really meeting them where they are today. I'm wondering, just when it comes to providing some of that value and tying it to maybe one of the aspects is around variety and the flexibility of choices maybe that they are now looking for. What is Coca-Cola doing as far as innovation to meet customers there?
So, of course, we're in the beverage space. And what we know is, and honestly, people want different things. Like that, of course, is the baseline trend, is people want to try new things. And 37% of people are actually willing to pay more for unique beverages in the market. So you'll see some of the things that we're doing in our booth at the show. We have a beverage bar that people can participate and see like the different beverage innovations that we have. But we also do things with restaurants. We have limited time offers that we have a terrific innovation team that does recipes. And these are the types of things that help set you apart in the marketplace. There's also differentiated packaging that is out there that we are working internally on. And then we offer things like, because sometimes it's not about the products, it's about how that product is served. So, one of the things that we have that is unique to Coca-Cola is that we have glass bottles. And those give a little bit more of an upscale experience. And so there are many different ways that you can lean into innovation. But I will say taste is king. So making sure that you have really good tasting beverages that are on trend with the flavor trends that are in the market are critically important to driving that beverage attachment for your business.
I've been by the Coca-Cola booth every single day since I've been at the show, and it is always bustling with people. And every single time I'm always looking forward to trying some of the newer flavors. And I so appreciate you coming and sharing some insights with us, Denise, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your show.
Thank you so much.